What's going on, Soul Nation? Ginger Prime here, and on the heels of all the Destiny announcements, we also have New World information dropping for us today, detailing character progression and the different systems that are contained within. We're going to be diving into this, and as always, I want to know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Are you excited about New World? Are you curious about it? Overall, I am definitely generally curious about this upcoming game. They're saying some really interesting things, and hopefully they can, as always, knock it out of the park. But let's go ahead and dive in, and let's have some fun. So it begins. To survive and to thrive in New World, you're going to need to overcome many challenges, learning new skills and abilities as you adventure forward. Characters progress across three major categories: core attributes, trade skills, and weapon mastery. While you are free to master as many or as few weapons and trade skills as you would like, your core attributes ultimately govern a large part of how powerful you are relative to the various hostile creatures and other players in Eternum. So your core abilities are: when you first arrive in Eternum, your character will have 5 points in each of the core attributes, and you cannot drop below that 5-point minimum. Each time your character levels up, you are guaranteed an attribute point to spend on whatever attribute you choose. Gains from the attributes are soft capped at 60 points, and you can go beyond that soft cap with the help of trinkets, but there are diminishing returns beyond that point. If you feel like you've placed a point in error or you want to switch up your total point allocation, you can respec your attributes for a small fee of coin. Early in the game, respecs are free, so players have the opportunity to experiment without paying the respec fee. Let's take a look at this image here. It is gorgeous. So strength 42, dexterity 24, intelligence not very bright 6. So it says strength obviously increases the damage of most melee weapons. Dexterity increases the damage of all ranged weapons and some melee weapons. Intelligence increases the damage of magical attacks. Focus increases mana regeneration and reduces ability cooldown times. Constitution increases your maximum health. So when they say small fee, that looks like 2,000 coins in that regards, and the current level of this individual is level 60. This UI automatically, right at the start, looks far better than it has in the past. Anyway, so it continues. Strength governs the power of your melee weapons. Heavy melee weapons such as the Warhammer scale their damage exclusively on strength, while lighter melee weapons like the sword scale their damage primarily on strength, but slightly also on dexterity. Dexterity governs the effectiveness of your ranged weapon. Bows and muskets both grow in power as your character dexterity increases. Lighter melee weapons also see a benefit from your dexterity, but not as much as they gain from strength. Your intelligence governs the power of magical weapons, including any magical perks your weapons might have. Both purely magical weapons like the fire staff and physical weapons like the magical perk, such as the flaming sword, grow in power based off your intelligence attribute. Focus governs your mana recovery rate and your skill cooldowns. Higher focus not only means that you can cast more spells regularly, but that you can also use your cooldown based abilities at a higher frequency. Your constitution governs your overall health pool, and the higher your constitution, the more damage you can sustain before succumbing to your injuries. So regarding trade skills make up a variety of non-combat skills that you can master, and there are 4 gathering skills, 5 refining skills, and 7 crafting skills. If we just take a look here, and it looks like they might be going into detail here at the bottom. Looks like you got weaponsmithing, armoring, engineering, jewel crafting, arcana, cooking, and furnishing. Then you have the refining, smelter, woodworking, leatherworking, weaving, and stone cutting, and the gathering, logging, mining, harvesting, and tracking and skinning, which in this case, this character has been spending a lot of time in the trade skills. So gathering trade skills is the 4 gathering skills: mining, skinning, logging, and harvesting level up in gathering. Skill unlocks the ability to gather different higher level resources. Miners gather stone and ore, skinners gather animal hides, loggers gather wood, and harvesters gather fibers and fruits and vegetables. As your skill at gathering increases, you also gain the ability to detect nearby valuable resources and find special resources that can modify items when crafting. Now your refining skill, this is the 5 skills we talked about: smelting, stone cutting, woodworking, tanning, and weaving. They level up as a refining skill unlocks the ability to refine higher level resources into high level crafting materials. Smelters refine ore into ingots. Stonecutters refine stone into blocks and gems and cut gemstones, Woodworkers refine wood into lumber, and tanners refine rawhide into leather, and weavers refine fibers into cloth. As your refining skill increases, it makes you more resource efficient. Higher level refiners have a chance to gain extra refined resources while they refine. Now, your crafting skills. The 7 crafting skills that we've listed: weaponsmiths craft melee weapons, armorers craft soft and hard armors, jewel crafters craft trinkets, engineers craft ranged weapons and ammunition, arcanists craft potions, tinters, somebody was trying to direct me how to say it, I apologize, and magical weapons, cooks craft meals and drinks, furnishers craft furniture, storage, and trophies for houses. Leveling a craft skill unlocks more recipes and more powerful versions of them, among with some other things that we will go over in more detail in the upcoming crafting article. So now we come to the part that excites me the most: combat. Using a weapon in combat against creatures results in gaining XP for that weapon's mastery, and when those creatures are defeated. Every weapon in the game can be mastered. Each weapon mastery has 2 skill trees, and each skill tree has a selection of active abilities, passive modifiers, and bonuses that are exclusive to that weapon. Leveling up in a master weapon grants a point that can be spent to unlock one of these abilities. Passives are bonuses. However, if it is not possible to unlock everything between both mastery trees, so you're going to have to choose wisely if you want to try out a different build for a weapon. You can respec its mastery trees in exchange for some Azoth, and we dive deeper into the weapon mastery in a future. However you choose to fight, you will need to forge and discover powerful weapons to fit your combat style. Whether battling in wars or other players or holding back waves of the corrupted, your combat skills will mean the difference between life and death. You will arrive in a turn embattled and weak, but venturing into this daunting and supernatural land, you will find the power to forge your destiny, and you will learn by doing, hardened by the combat, and become as dangerous as the forces that you'll face. How will you choose to grow in power and knowledge as you venture in Eternum? So we can take a look here at the throwing axe. Looks like you have Berserk and you have throwing. I'm assuming Berserk being something focused in hand-to-hand combat, and throwing being something that focuses in on your ranged. It looks like level 13 of 20 for the weapon, and so it's giving you like your experience here for level 14. 0 points available, abilities Q, R, and F, and then you have your skill trees, in which that looks like they've mastered this. So if you're able to master one side, I guess then you can kind of pick a couple points from the other. Ultimately, we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. I'm looking personally forward to it. The UI is starting to look a little bit cleaner, a little bit better. So I cannot wait to see and go more hands-on with New World in the future. Guys, if you have any questions, comments, let me know regarding New World, what you're thinking. Obviously, I think the beta kicks off here in July, so not much further to wait. Alpha, drawings for the alpha are still going out each and every week, so be sure to follow New World on Twitter, and we'll have to see what ultimately happens with the game. Personally, I am excited. I really hope and always wish for the success of devs all around. But we'll keep you updated as New World progresses, as New World progression nears actually release, and we'll also update you as New World news is dropped upon us. Anyway, guys, I wish you a hopefully happy week with lots of great gaming news. We'll be back with more. I might be talking about Destiny here in a few minutes. We'll see. I'm still noodling it around in my head. Anyway, love you guys. Love your faces. Hopefully you have a great day. Thanks for being here. See you next time. Take care. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. This video is sponsored by me. If you guys like podcast and long form content, I hope you check out Ginger Gaming Radio. Link will be in the description of this video below. So if you're still watching this video, thank you, and check out the new channel for more content, and hopefully you enjoy. Thank you.